everyone, welcome back to our stream. This is part number 3, and we got our star here. We shall continue our playthrough now.
Kid knows something's up when we ain't there to give a warm welcome. See, Zolf and I were just wrapping up a heated discussion. Zolf can barely muster the words. The calamity failed, he says, but I will not. And with that, Zolf leaves us here, alone.
Evidence of Zolf's rage against the bastion. Something brought out a flash of violence in the man. He attacked rocks and severely damaged the monument, then fled in anger. This is rocks, and this is the monument. He broke the monument, a piece of it, and that's what we read about now. Oh man.
Zolf cursed the city, cursed the bastion, cursed me, said he was going home. When Zolf got through reading that journal, he just snapped. Started smashing up the monument till I tried to stop him.
Okay, so Zolf read the journal of her dad, of her papa, and he got so upset that he attacked Rux and beat the shit out of the monument.
Zolf banged up the monument pretty bad. But there's a way to put it back together. The shards. We're gonna need all of them to nurse the bastion back to health. Never could ask for a song. The city brought the shards to the wilds. Now the kid's gonna bring them back. After Zolf's little episode, Kid sets off in search of shards. First stop, Jawson Bog. You'll get lost in that bog, I told the kid, and I won't be able to guide you back.
That was a special shard, did you see?
Well, I let him go. What else could I do? What could any of us do? Zolf put us in a real bind. Hurt the bastion bad. But the shards can make it better. They're like smaller doses of the core's medicine. Shame the only place to fill that prescription is out here in the wilds. This place is intoxicating. Don't know where he's gone. Might be gone for good for all I know. Wherever he is, somewhere I've never been. Somewhere I never want to go.
things are very dangerous.
The dead welcome him with open arms. Kid pops him good. Kid can't fall, no matter how hard he tries. That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a lonesome ghost of a gas fella. What do you say to a kid who's seen too much? I'm Zolf of Ligura. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Now the kid sees something stranger still. Did anybody else survive? Sure enough, he finds peckers, lunkheads, wallflowers, pincushions, vine apples, swamp weeds, ankle gators. Now the bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown. Kid sets foot inside one of Ceylondia's famous watering holes. The security's just gonna have to straighten him out. He has the nerve to flash the shield he stole. He's a petty thief. Succeeds where the calamity failed. Would you look at what he did to poor old Rondi the bartender? Proper story's supposed to start at the beginning. It's so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world's alright, snoozing there on a rock in the sky. He wakes up. I'm just fooling. He sees what's left of the rippling walls. Years of work undone in an instant. He sees what's left of Piff, the bull. He sees what's left of his lifelong friend. His friend, he's come undone too. He sees what's left undone.
Found the hammer and then it turned out to be this kid.
Thought we'd lost him, but he finally comes to. The shard ain't lost either. Not anymore. Now to find a ticket out of this hole. Disgusting things. Ever heard of a lung blossom? It's bigger than the stories say. They say one whiff of lung blossom can make you lose your mind. Bootlickers dig their nasty thorns into his heels.
So we found this huge creature here and we blew it up easy. I think it was supposed to be hard, but it was easy because of this.
Mother only knows what happened in the bog. Kid never much cared to speak of it. A shard is like a poor man's core, but beggars can't be choosers. That's it. A few more shards like that, and we'll be back in business. A single shard can breathe new life into this place.
So we can upgrade. So, we can upgrade stuff. What should we upgrade?
The shard's got enough juice to spruce up any of these places. Live wine so rich, they say it's brought men back from the brink for one last taste. Oh, his manners ain't so bad. The city tried to use the shards to stake out the wilds. So much for that plan. Rothless Lagoon. Even the brushers stopped going there. Didn't like being eaten. Ankle gators used to roam the wilds, and they nested at Rothless Lagoon. Many a tale folks used to scare their children straight originated here. All kinds of beasts we don't know up from down, still lurking about. These beasts, they don't like company. Only the city's brushers knew their way around the lagoon. Even the brushers learned to fear this place. Can't get hasty in a place like this. They used to think that ankle gators were extinct. Well, they ain't. One of them's been living in the tall grass. They called her Queen Anne. Turns out Queen Anne got a hold of a shard. Ankle gators love shiny things. The lagoon's got plenty of other dangers, of course.
Usually these flowers, you can't really hit them, but I mean when they're closed, but this shield, when you have the combo, you can totally hit it. Look at this cabbage looking onion thing.
Know what smells worse than an ankle gator's breath? A stinkweed. Ain't time for pecker hunting, but the kid can't resist. Can't fight Queen Anne without the proper tools. The brushers use their pikes to keep their distance around here. Now the kid can do the same. They say you can't hurt an ankle gator unless it's raining, and it ain't raining. Sharp sticks make Queen Anne nervous, so she backs off a bit. Those pin cushions been living off the ankle gator's scraps. Queen Anne can't fit down some of these narrow paths. Queenie leads the kid into some kind of twisted trap. One bad step in that tall grass and it's Queen Anne's lunch. Still no sign of the shard. The closer you get to an ankle gator's lair, the thicker the tall grass grows. Kid's gotta make a run for it. That old gator's right on his tail. Bad idea to walk in gator grass. Queenie must have scared a bunch of peckers out of hiding. Ankle gators don't much care for their young. That's why there ain't many around. Wanna know how to find an ankle gator lair? They use a kid as bait. Now she's coming for him. She's got nowhere else to go. The shard's sitting in plain view. She's starting to get annoyed. And now he's made her mad. brushes. Kid's done what needed to be done. Queen Anne's reign is over. We even got a crown jewel. All that trouble for a single shard. But you know what? It was worth it. Kid don't always care for fancy guns and things. A bow and pike will do just fine. Ain't saying much, but that's the greatest forge in all the city. To fix a brusher's pike, you just need a good length of knife bark. They said Queen Anne was just a folktale. Now there's living proof she ain't. That Gator's a crazy gal, but so is the gal who promised to look after her. Fallen malt is filled with crunchy minerals that'll keep you safe out on them rocks. He ain't big on small talk. The next shard should be farther out there in the wilds. To prepare for the wilds, Ceylandia's brushers practice at Camp Dauncey. Had to navigate a maze of pincushions with nothing but a pike. It's a dangerous test for a dangerous job. Health tonics were off limits at Camp Dauncey. They said they made you weak. The rules said he couldn't use any fancy footwork, just your brains and your pike. Sometimes the course was brutal. Just getting through the course in one piece was an accomplishment.
I guess I just wanted that. Good for us, we have another upgrade now.
You can see why the brushers prize those pikes of theirs. Don't want that thing leaving your hands until you decide it's time. Know how Ceylandia became the richest city in the world? 2 words. Point Lemaine. If the wilds could ever be tamed, it was gonna happen right here. The Army's triggers once had the place on lockdown.
weapon.
Kid might as well pick up where they left off. Blam! Just like my fighting days. Gun like that can even put the wilds in check.
I like this gun.
Point Lemaine seen better days for sure, but it ain't done. Whole place shudders in a fit. The grand rail of Point Lemaine. Not only is it still there, it still works. Of course, it's no longer shipping hides and alloys and spices, but it can give the kid a lift. Just as long as he can stay clear of the trouble on the tracks. Grand rails all grown over with things the Calamity chewed up and spat out. Things eager to take back their turf.
If you hold shift, you auto-aim.
Kid don't let so much as one of those things slip by. Lunkheads settled in like they own the place. Takes fancy footwork on the rail, while the wallflowers coughing fungus everywhere. Only one way to cure a cough like that. The place used to be closed off, but now it's split open like a rotten pineapple. Of course, the Grand Rails seen much more fighting in bygone times. Near on 50 years ago, first shots fired in the Ura-Celandian War.
Look at this secret skill. It's quite interesting. Reload our potions.
It was right here that Zolf's Ura forefathers decided to mix it up. Okay, so maybe we didn't get their sign-off on the whole Grand Rail thing. That was bad. The rail must have shook the Ura to the bone down in those dens of theirs. Well, the rail won't last much longer now that the kid took the shard. It's still got one good run in store for him, though. All the rotten wood there on the rails turned it into Swamp Weed Central. Ever tried dancing side to side while holding your breath? While shooting a genuine registered army carbine? While choking on swamp weed? While Pecker's trying to prick you in the eye? Well, let me tell you, it ain't fun. It's the end of the line. He'll be picking swamp weed out of those boots for days. Turns out he's got company up at the rail station, waiting for him. Not just another wallflower or pincushion, mind you. At first he thinks it's Zulf. Turns out he's wrong. This is for you, says the man. Then wham.
And this is for you, and then he punches him and knocks him out, leaves him a note.
When the kid comes to, the man's long gone, but something else is there.
A memento, a letter addressed to Zia. Zia is the girl on the island, the bastion. It appears to be written by Zulf. Zulf, who must have found another aura so far for to deliver the message. So, after the calamity, there were survivors like us, like Zulf, like Zia, like Rax, and I guess they're called the aura. Maybe Zulf taught Zia enough of their native language to be able to read this.
The only words Kid recognizes on that parchment are for Zia. Well, what's a kid to do? He took the shard, he took the hit, and he took that note. That note cuts straight to the heart of things, don't it? The note says it plain. Zia, go east to learn the truth about the calamity and our people. I'll be waiting. Sincerely, Zulf.
Go east and learn the truth about the calamity. That's what it said. I think.
Finding gourmet ingredients ain't easy these days, but we'll take what we can get. You don't know what to say. Zulf's messenger was one of his people. Wonder just how many of them survived, and what exactly Zulf told him. It ain't too late to unlock the potential of this place.
Let's go with this one. The lost and found. Wait. Right.
We need an awful big lost and found under the circumstances.
Let's see what we got here. A lot of new potions. Wow, nice. Gain some health. Gain some health by counter blocking with the bulkhead shield. I keep calling it bulkhead. lit shade. Could gain some health by striking foes. Side effects: 66% less health from potions, basically.
Sometimes a brusher's pike just ain't enough. That's what the carbine's for. Folks say Mender mead's good for you. It's like an herb garden in full bloom.
So this is an upgrade for the rifle, and I like the rifle, by the way.
That's the way to make every shot count.
I think aims.
The army never issued carbines in such fine shape.
Yeah, what's this speed while aiming? Is it like when we look around? I don't need that. But the reload speed, the aiming speed is nice. I mean, you know.
The shards are getting harder to find. Not everything blew up in the Calamity. Why Colford Cauldron here blew up way ahead of its time. Ain't gonna be easy getting a shard from a place like that.
Worth trying. It's so close to us over there. So this is aiming. This is speed. This is the speed I wanted. It's nice.
The cauldron boiled over some 300 years ago. They say it filled the skies with ash and the lakes with molten rock. If you wanted to survive something like that, you had to learn to adapt. So in a way, the beasts of the wilds, they're all survivors too. It takes a certain stubborn pride to keep on living in a place like this. As for us, we learned an awful lot from Colford Cauldron. That learning led to some interesting inventions. The raw power of the world fell right into our hands.
So we found a flamethrower.
Sure, we dusted off a good many secrets out here. But we discovered other things we're better off not knowing. Taste the air so hot it sticks to your lungs. All sorts of awful things crawling underfoot. You can cook those things, but you can't eat them. We kept kept on sifting through the cauldron's secrets anyway. The more ash we swept aside, the more life we found.
Baker nest. A patchwork of sticks with a lone egg nested inside.
Place as inhospitable as they come. But still we pressed on. After all, when we look down inside Colford Cauldron, look down through all the smoke and flames, we saw in there the heart of the world, the heart now laid bare by the calamity. We had to have it. As for the kid, he just has to get that shard out of there. Too bad taking that thing woke up every last stink eye from here to Johnson Bog. Sure, it ain't the most convenient path. Biggest stink eye he's ever seen's waiting for him on the other side. Well, it ain't polite to stare, and where there's one stink eye, there's always more. The cauldron's tenants all gather up to bid the kid a fond farewell. The kid don't shed any tears for him, though. With a good spyglass, you can still see the cauldron from the city. But all the fires died out. There's nothing left of it.
I regret switching from the flamethrower, but I don't really want to use it anyway. So
It comes back looking like the inside of a chimney. The shard works like a charm. You can hear the monument's heartbeat again. They said the wild could never be tamed. If only they could see us now. We're all a little short on friends these days, so that's a welcome sight. He's a little gruff at times. The memorial may be finished, but our part is far from over. I've asked a lot of the kid, but this is something he's done on his own. Sure, the world's all gone to pieces farther than the eye can see, but leave it to this gal to point out the amazing view. We could always see the stars, we just never could reach them, no matter how high we built. A hammer and an army carbine. When I was a fighting man, I used the very same. Gotta make sure the pointy end's fastened on real tight. We spotted a pecker carrying a shard to Mount Zan.
That's all for now. Let's call it a session. And thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care. I hope you enjoyed.